someone here who was part of the entertainment and marketing industry for nearly 20 years and also was a good person to me. Welcome, Miss Ivy Box. Hey, Ivy.
You.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So, Ivy, what makes you wake up every day knowing you have the career of your dreams and how you define dreams in your own terms?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that I have the career of my dreams, but I dream when I'm in my careers of how I can elevate whatever room that I'm in, how I can touch and impact the lives of people that I interact with. So I guess that gives me the type of dream job because I make every job or every contract or every engagement that I have, I try to elevate it and make it better than I found it. So it feels awesome.
Right, right. And like, how do you think the entertainment industry changed now than, say, 10 or 20 years ago?
I think every several decades, things change and things are the same. For the entertainment industry, there's still a lot of creatives. We're still getting a lot of content. It has changed in the fact that I think people are more transparent. People are also more sensitive. But that makes for, it's like an opposite attract type of thing. So I think entertainment, there's more eyes on entertainment as a whole. There's a lot more success stories, especially when it comes to people of color within the entertainment diaspora, I guess you could say. So I think it's changed in that aspect, that it's more out there, it's more accessible, and there's a huge dynamic that makes for an exciting, more inclusive entertainment experience for everybody.
Right, right. Oh, what was that? I'm sorry?
That makes sense.
All right. Of course, you were known on the show called College Hill Interns as The Quiet Storm. What was the process like for you on the reality show, and do you still interact with your castmates today?
So it was a dynamic experience because I was, just recently graduated from college when I joined the show. And so I was entering into my career. Yes, go Bulls, University of South Florida. And this was like an internship experience. It was College Hill Intern. So we did competitions, we did internships with amazing companies like McDonald's and Burrell Communications. We got to, really showcase our skills. So it wasn't just us sitting around acting bad. We had a purpose. It was an amazing experience. We taped in Chicago. And we were downtown Chicago. Chicago is lit. Like, I know Chicago gets a bad rap, especially these days. There's a lot of things that are happening in the streets. But when we were there, we had an awesome time. We stayed down the street from like Oprah Winfrey's network, or her studio. So we was in a really nice place. We had a cast of 10 people, and they were dynamic. They were from all over. So I learned a lot from my castmates. Us as a collective, so the entire College Hill series, from College Hill 1 to the Interns to all the way to College Hill, I'm gonna say 7. Most of us are in like a group chat, so we keep in contact. It was a while ago, but there is a reboot that's actually happening. They're rebooting the show. They are kicking off the reboot with a celebrity edition, and that actually starts at the end of the month. I want to say the 26th or the 27th on BET Plus. So they're rebooting. So hopefully, maybe, we don't know, you might see us again, for, maybe a special edition.
Do you think it's more challenging now than it was at the time when you were in the reality show to be part of it? Like, for any reality shows? Why am I not?
Oh, yes, because of the onset of social media. That's kind of like what I was speaking on earlier, how I was saying, like, with entertainment, it's more accessible now, like, it's more dynamic now. And I think that's the same thing with reality television shows, because of the popularity of the reality shows, there are a lot more reality shows. There's a lot more people that's involved in the whole business of reality television, because back in the day it was kind of like shunned upon. So it has changed dramatically. Good, bad, and indifferent, because for some people it's bad because the drama has started to like elevate the purpose of most of the shows, like, or outshine the purpose of most of the shows, but good because it has there's a lot more money in it. A lot more people have been become billionaires, as we've seen with people like the Kardashians from these. So many different partnerships and brand deals have occurred now because people are respecting the reality. I don't know if they're respecting 100%, but there's more respect than it was back then. So it has changed in that aspect to me.
So going back, like, and I love the Kardashian show at times, but I do, but so what is your favorite reality show right now?
Ooh. I mean, I watch a lot of them. I do watch a lot of them, in and out. I have been, I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of the Kardashians. I like the dynamic. I like to pay attention to the business. I like to pay attention to the things that are going on. I like some of the dating show reality shows. Owen has a lot of them. I can't even think of them from the top of my head, but I know I've been watching a lot of them. But I do like the Kardashians. I do like reality television shows about love and relationships. I loved Iyanla's Fix My Life because I feel like that was like a therapy session, and it kind of gave gems that you can use in the real world. So I like, edutainment type reality television. I'm usually now more so on YouTube. I guess it's not reality television, but I love watching real life people create content, like your blog and stuff like that. And I like to hear real people's stories. That's more of my reality television obsession right now. YouTube.
Right. And I feel you, and I appreciate about you talking about my blog. What about selling Tampa? What about our hometown?
Tampa, I love that show. I didn't watch the show Selling, what was it? Or the one that came before it. But Selling Tampa, I watched all of it. I binge watched the entire thing. We actually had two of the young ladies come to the Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival, so that was really nice. And I'm actually looking forward to season 2. Hopefully they do a season 2, because it's cute to see like people that you recognize, and then you can recognize your city or the city that you're in those reality shows, and I think it highlights and elevates the city as well. So it's a good money play.
Exactly. Yeah, I did saw which was Selling Sunset. I binge watch it. I like it, especially they included a young lady, I forgot her name, but to make it more diverse. So I think it was like the 5th season.
Real Housewives. I love Real Housewives. I love my favorite franchises of course, Atlanta, but I really love Beverly Hills, Potomac, and I'm getting into Dubai because one of our College Hill fan base, Lesta Milan, she's from College Hill, Miami. She's one of the new housewives of Dubai. So I've been watching.
Okay. Well, speaking of entertainment, doing a recent interview with Sebastian Stain on Variety called Actors on Actors, Jennifer Aniston stated, "I always say I feel lucky that we got a little taste of the industry before it became what it is today." And Aniston also stated, "You're famous from TikTok, you're famous from YouTube, you're famous from Instagram. It's sort of almost like it's diluting our actor's job." So from those statements from Aniston, what is your intake from her comments on today's actors and actresses in the entertainment industry?
Like Twitter and Facebook, you say YouTube, Instagram, of course, have really like elevated the reach. There's less marketing dollars spent on advertising because all you have to really do is put your money towards social media, and you can kind of get the word out more. It has diluted the entertainment, the actors, I guess. It hasn't diluted. I think it just created more competition because there's a lot of people that kind of spend a lot of time studying, and they're true real actors, and then there's people that are real actors but they didn't have to do the grind work. They just kind of got exposed. And I can't say that either because it takes a lot to blow up on social media. Nobody blew up by accident. Even the people that go viral, like it's probably their 3rd, 4th, 5th, 500 video. They studied either the algorithm, they studied the platform, or they were super, super consistent. Then they blew up, and then that attracted other industries to come, and partner with them, or film companies and production companies to come in and partner with them and give them a spot. And I think it's more, again, it comes down to the money play. So I think actors that are in the industry that might have an issue with some of the social media people or influencers that are, taking their jobs, I think that they should look at the business side of it and see what it is about them that's allowing them to get those positions in front of them and join in. Those people is, mixed in your industry, mix in theirs. Go on, do like, Will Smith did. Study the platform, get on social media, go ham, balls to the walls. It'll be easier for you because you already have a name and a following. Blow up your social media page, and then that way you wouldn't even have to worry about, other people diluting your business or your industry. And you don't have to really worry about the competition because they're going to want to come to you because you have both aspects of it. The social media aspect, which helps them with marketing, and the talent as a true actor.
Right. No, all those concepts you said, Ivy, is true. And people don't really have to spend as much money in advertisement. I mean, it's pretty easy.
Not with them algorithms, though. I think it was easier in a time before, like, they really started going heavy with the algorithms. Now it's more, you have to spend a lot of time, real strategic about what you do in your social media marketing to really, really, really go, viral or really make an impact.
Ivy, as a marketing expert, what do you think out of the 7 P's in marketing? And for everyone, the 7 P's in marketing is product, price, promotion, place, people, process, and physical evidence. So out of those 7, Ivy, the 7 P's in marketing, what do you think is the most challenging one during the pandemic, and why?
The most challenging? I think the most challenging, it's funny, ironically, in school, back in my day, there were 4 P's.
Right.
Change and elevate, they stay the same, and they change at the same time. But I think people was the most challenging, only because people, out of all the P's or whatever, at the end of the day, are the most important aspects, I think, of business, of marketing, of anything that we're doing, because it's consumerism, and the people that drive consumerism are people, right? So I think it was the most challenging because of the mental and emotional mind state that people were in. Of course, when you're stuck in one area, it does help industries. But fear drives the economy as well. So I think there was a challenge in trying to figure out the mind space of people and trying to figure out how to market and advertise and promote to those individuals now that there was such a big focus on what was going on in the world around them. A lot of people, consumers, consumers purchase a lot as a form of escapism, right? A lot of the times, people that spend a lot of money, it's usually a form of therapy. And then when you have, these things that are going on in the world, and you're not sure what direction that the world is going to, it kind of affects those emotional aspects. Some people, they were really tight with their money and trying to save because they wasn't sure, like, if the economy was going to crash. And then some people thought it was the end of the world and was like, YOLO, you know what I mean? So, as far as like marketing and promoting to them, you had to lean a lot more on social media and I think television too, but new forms of television as far as like streaming and stuff like that. But anyway, I say all that to say is that I think the most challenging of the marketing piece for people, because people are easily controlled, people are easily manipulated, and people change. They're the only human aspects of the entire piece spectrum when it comes to marketing, and they're the dynamic aspect of the entire marketing spectrum to me. So they were the most challenging, they're the most important, but we made it through.
Right. No, especially during the pandemic, it's what the consumer wants, what the people want, especially during this time still. Speaking of the pandemic, TikTok had majority of people all over the world engaging in this fun blogging social media platform. how do you think it changed the music industry?
TikTok, everything's changing the music industry at this point. Any new thing, people are trying to figure out how they can incorporate the music industry into it, because that's a driving force of human emotion, human psychology as well. And so I think platforms like TikTok really helped introduce a new avenue to music, and it helped introduce a new avenue for new artists that might not necessarily have the power of a major label behind them, but people are able to connect with their music and help spread their music, help put the marketing and promotions and the advertising behind their music at a cheaper cost, because a lot of it was organic, most of it not, but a lot of it was organic. So I think it helped change the aspect of change the music industry, and the fact that, again, just like social media, it helps to give a voice to the people that might not have had that voice because they don't have that power structure behind them.
Right.
And good, bad, and indifferent. I say good, bad, and indifferent because sometimes it helps elevate music that wouldn't necessarily get elevated in the past. And sometimes it helps to dilute music that you might want to be elevated that isn't being elevated because that's not where the demographic is, because you know what I mean by that. By like different platforms have different demographics. They're more heavier with certain demographics than others. So it was easier to kind of like push music to everyone back in the day because it was like a silo. But now like people are like, no, this is what I want to hear and this is what I'm gonna hear. And so that kind of helps change the dynamics.
You are part of the Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival as the marketing coordinator for the 501c3 Florida nonprofit corporation that showcased African-American art and African art, culture, and history to the Tampa Bay community, normally known as the 2-day festival concert that partakes during the Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. Can you tell viewers more about it, Ivy?
Yes, so the Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival celebrates the arts, culture, and history of the African diaspora. I know there's a lot of focus on African Americans because, of course, we're in America, but it actually highlights all aspects of the Black diaspora, Caribbean, Afro-Latino, African American, African, etc. And it's been in the community going on into January 2023 will be 23 years in the community. It's one of the longest running cultural arts festivals in Southwest Florida. And yes, I am the marketing coordinator for the Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival. I also sit on the board. It is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and it's a 10-day cultural arts festival. And of course, there's a 2-day music festival that kind of culminates the entire 10 days. And I'm looking forward to 2023, and we're preparing as now for 2025 as well. It's January 6th through the 15th, 2023, and like Janelle mentioned, it does culminate with the 2-day music fest during MLK holiday weekend. So we do celebrate and highlight the MLK holiday and everything that it encompasses. Economic empowerment. There's something for everybody. We would do it at the, right now, economic empowerment and financial freedom is like the buzzword, but the Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival has been doing a business and financial seminar for free. Most of them have been for free for the community for over a decade. Since I've been involved anyway. There's, we have a leadership luncheon, we have a youth day, we cater to all aspects, arts, culture, music, authors, I'm an author myself, but we have different villages during the 2-day music fest. We have technology village, so we do highlight STEM. We have a health village that we highlight health and wellness and give free screenings and services to. We highlight authors, as I mentioned, we highlight artists, and we also highlight local, regional, and national artists. And there's been some local artists that have gone on to become Grammy nominated, Grammy award winners, some that's gone on to tour with Prince, and they all started right in the festival. So, I'm excited about the festival. And if anybody wants to learn more about it, they can visit tampabblackheritage.org. That's tampabblackheritage.org.
Also have an organization, Voice the Movement Incorporated, also as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Of course, your organization core initiatives are for health, art and entertainment, technology, and education. What inspired you to create your organization here in Tampa, in the Tampa Bay community? And can you elaborate more about your organization, Voice the Movement Incorporated?
Voice the Movement is my own little baby, my own nonprofit organization whose mission is to improve the quality of life of men, women, and children through health, education, the arts, entertainment, and technology. I've always been a giver. I've grown up, my entire family are givers. I grew up giving, giving back to the community, and I've been a beneficiary of other people and other organizations who were giving out to the communities to help elevate and, just do their part to help individuals and families, do the best that they can, expose them to different experiences, help elevate them financially, help them with educationally, help them with health and wellness education, just to empower us as individuals. And so, of course, growing up with that and being influenced by that and being a beneficiary of that, it was only the next step for me when I got older and when I, got trying to create my own legacy and wanting to give back to my community, for me to, create my own. I've always been involved with other nonprofit organizations. I'm still involved with other nonprofit organizations, but I wanted to create my own and use that as a driving tool for me to give back how I see fit and how I think I can make a better and more specific and strategic impact to my community. So that's pretty much why I started the nonprofit.
Nice, Ivy, nice. Speaking of you being an author, of course.
Hey, it looks so pretty. Ain't she pretty?
You are the author of the 365 Go Get Hers and the 365 Go Get His Guide. Both books you were to inspire men and women to accomplish and seek of self-belief in life by, of course, a roadmap you created that delivers the tools to maintain a stable foundation and clear vision. So what part of the book, either the Go Get Hers or Go Get His Guide, was the most fun part to write?
So the 365 Go Get Hers Guide, HERS, if for you all that don't know, stands for happiness, education, respect, success. It's what you want, when you want it, how to get it, make it happen. And I'm just so proud of my little baby. She and he, that's my little girlfriend and my little boyfriend, my little son and my little daughter. It kind of came from me. I've always, listened to and watched motivational speakers. I've read hundreds of self-help books and listened to them, of course, audio, stuff like that. And I just wanted to create something that was like a roadmap and a guide that kind of encompasses all the things that I've learned and all the things that I've been taught through these self-help and motivational experiences and influences. And I wanted them all in one place. So I created the guides originally for myself, to kind of help me physically, mentally, spiritually. And then I was just like, well, if I need something like this, I'm sure there's plenty of other people that need the same thing. So I decided to, create the book and publish the book. And I've been really excited because it's been well received. I'm definitely going to be not relaunching it, but, I really think that it's a book that's going to help so many different people. So I want to get it out to even more people. So I'm going to be revving up the marketing campaign for it soon. And I'll be working on another book as well, a couple of books as well. So yeah, I'll be on. You can find out more about the 365 Go Get Hers Guide and the 365 Go Get His Guide on missivybox.com. That's MSIVY, B as in boy, OX.com.
Nice. And just to celebrate on your book, the 365 Go Get Hers Guide, I just want to say one of your one of the statement that you mentioned, phrases in the passage of the book, I think that was very helpful for me, and I hope it helps for others once you purchase it. I think one of mine's here, and of course I highlighted.
Come through.
Let's see here. Success can be a vulnerable situation because you have to put yourself, your dreams, your thoughts, and your words out there and hope that the power behind them succeeds. I like that one. That's pretty much one of those that I love so much. I'm sorry.
Sounds so cute.
I know. You know me. Yeah. And another one too.
That's a really good one. Just like I mentioned to you before we started this interview, like it takes a lot to even you starting this podcast, this blog, you know, you have to put yourself out there. And it's a commitment that you decided to make, that you were deciding to be consistent with, to put all your energy into. And that really creates a vulnerable space too, because you're taking everything that's within and sharing it with the world, and you don't even know how they're going to perceive it. You know what I mean? Good, bad, been my little thing, good, bad, and indifferent. But it takes a lot just to even have the courage to get started. And that's what you did. And I think that quote kind of highlights that too.
Oh, well, I mean, I got it from the best, right?
No.
And one more, it is a mental process of preparation and encouragement, a state of cooperative and mutual tolerance, and the skill of settling personal, physical, and social differences. So those are one of my favorite statements for you. So yes, get this book, and also your girl put your name on in this book, which I ain't gonna show, so y'all have to go buy it. So
Right.
thanks, Ivy. And lastly, Ivy, how has your college and organization experiences helped you in your career in life?
I love my college experience. I know that colleges these days get such a bad rap, but I do think that we have to encourage people. College is not for everybody, but I think people should at least try, at least for one semester, and like fully try it. And there's ways to go to school for free. I know we talk about how you can go to school and be in debt and da 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 da, but there's way to go for free, even if you don't have the best GPA or you don't come from the most wealthiest families. And I think those are the things that we need to highlight. I think college is a great next step after high school because it has this ecosystem. Even if you want to be an entrepreneur and college isn't your end goal, like to complete your end goal, I think it's a great ecosystem to utilize and to start and to like nurture whatever ideas you have, even if you're going to leave it early and not even try to graduate. So I just think that everybody should try it. I had a great experience. I took full advantage of college. I actually learned a lot more outside the classroom than I did inside the classroom. And that experience has really helped elevate me and my career and everything that I've done. Like my mentor came when I was at the University of South Florida. Shout out to Dr. Samuel Lamar Wright, who actually started the Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival. So that's how I even got involved with the festival. My nonprofit organization, we usually host a youth empowerment workshop, a girls empowerment, boys empowerment, and then a boys and girls empowerment. Most of the people that have participated as volunteers, that have helped sponsored and donated, that have sat on the panel, I met a lot of them through my university and my college experiences. I learned a lot of this. My original major was biology pre-med. That's why I was going to school to be a doctor. And then while I was at USF, that's when I discovered like where my passion really lied, and I really lied. And I was able to cultivate that while I was in college. So to me, college was a great experience, especially if you take full advantage. And a lot of stuff, like your tuition pays for everything. Like you a rapper and most colleges now have studios. If you want to get into television, most of them have television studios that you can utilize for free as a student. Gyms, if you're a gym buff, you want to start, get your feet wet into politics, there's student government. I was a part of the campus activities board, so we would literally get paid to throw like concerts and events. So we would bring like artists, and we got to interview artists. We got to like book artists. We learned all aspects of the business. So I can also throw concerts, and a lot of that stuff I learned, from my college experience. So I really encourage people to take full advantage of college, find the right college for you, and don't waver. Enjoy, have a great time with your roommates, get to know people from all, qualities of life. And if you don't want to graduate from college, then don't. But I think you should try it. At least step on a college campus and do a college tour, at least. That's free too. I loved it.
Thanks, Ivy. Well, if I can get a little bit more of your time here, I got a trivia, just like my other interviews. For you, Ivy, since you have been in the entertainment and marketing industry for nearly 20 years, I got an entertainment version for you. So I have 3 questions by me and Google. That's related to the entertainment industry, basically. So, are you ready? All right. This is gonna be a fun one. Name all the members of Jackson 5.
Oh, the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, you got Tito, you got Jermaine, you got, oh my God. Wait, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Michael. Who am I missing? Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Michael, Randy. No, but he's not. He was later in the, I'm missing somebody. Okay, Michael, Jermaine, Tito, Jackie. Did I say? And Jermaine. Okay, Jackie and Jermaine. Michael, Tito, Jackie, Jermaine. Jackson is my favorite artist of all time. So my favorite female artist is Diana Ross. My favorite rap artist is Tupac. I just had to put that out there.
Nothing wrong.
Tito, Jermaine, Jackie, Michael, Tito. This shouldn't take this long. Michael.
I give you a hint. I give you a hint. It's another M.
Marlon. Oh my. I'm so Marlon. Okay, so I've seen the Jacksons perform live, and this is after Michael passed. And I know some people are like, how can, it's not going to be the same without Michael. Marlon, I think, took a lot of Michael's, I guess, position when it comes to the Jackson 5's performance. And he did such a great job. I'm so sorry, Marlon. Charge it to what they say, not my heart, charge it to the game, not my mind, whatever they say. I'm sorry, Marlon. Oh, and my favorite television movie series is the Jackson 5's An American Dream. So I should know. Sorry, Marlon. They did you dirty when you was young, but look, it paid.
I mean, hey, and lastly, and I think this is easy, but tricky. What artist received their first Grammy from Destiny's Child?
The first Grammy from Destiny Child?
Like which bandmate basically received a Grammy? Who received it first within Destiny's Child?
You said it was tricky because the obvious would be to say Beyonce, but you said it was tricky. So can I say Michelle for her gospel album? Did she receive one before Beyonce?
I would say overall.
What you mean?
Like, which bandmate received the Grammy for any, whichever category? Like, one of them received it. And it was I give you another hint. She did a featuring song with Nelly.
Oh, Kelly?
Yes!
Oh, for, because of the Nelly song, right?
Yeah!
See? Dang, sorry, Kelly. That's my girl. I love that. I love Kelly.
Yeah. And it was so nice too. You allowed me to help her girl group June's Diary years ago.
How was that experience?
What was that?
That experience for you?
Like a little girl in a candy store. Because Destiny's Child is my favorite girl group that my sisters and my mom oh my goodness. I'm just having throwbacks be in the living room and we just like copying their dance moves.
Awesome. I'm glad I could do that for you. And that way you can pay it forward and do it for somebody else. So
exactly. Well, Ivy, I appreciate so much being part of My Way Janelle's blog interview. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to say to everyone?
Yes, I want to say thank you, Janelle. Like I said, this isn't an easy thing to do, and you did it. That's the first step. You've done something that people want to do but haven't done. So congratulations to you. I wish you the best of luck with your entire platform. I know that it's going to do well and that you're going to do well. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And again, if you want to follow me and support what I'm doing, it's Miss Ivy Box, MSIVYBOX on all social media platforms, Ivy Box on YouTube, and missivybox.com. You can find out all anything that you want to, not anything that you want to find. You can find out more information. Not anything. I only put out there what I want to put out there, but missivybox.com. And again, thank you so much for this opportunity, for taking the time out to interview. You know, I'm not going to say little old me because there's no such thing as little people, but I appreciate you interviewing me.
Oh, yeah, you're big people. You're big people in my book. But thank you, Ivy, again. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you again, Ivy.